Starting May 1st, the credit bureaus are going to be changing forever. This is the biggest major credit shift in American history that nobody is talking about. Listen, there's a date floating all over the internet right now, May 1st, 2026. And people are saying the credit bureaus are changing forever. Everything resets. Your score is about to skyrocket. But let me stop you right there, because most people are either completely confused or are about to get blindsided. And that's exactly why I made this video, because while there is no magical reset button, there are 3 major shifts happening around this exact time. And if you don't understand them, you're either going to miss out on a massive opportunity or watch your credit slowly fall apart. So in today's video, we're breaking down the top 3 credit changes coming in 2026, and we're counting them down from 3 to 1. And trust me, number 1 is the one nobody is ready for. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Coming in at number 3, medical debt. Yes, medical debt. So listen to me very carefully, because this is where a lot of people get misled. Because you've probably heard, medical debt is getting wiped out. Well, not exactly. Here's what's actually really happening. Paid medical collections are already gone or are supposed to be gone. Small medical debts are not supposed to be reported. Remember the key there, not supposed to be reported. Now, reporting delays, of course, they've been extended. Translation, medical debt is becoming less powerful, but it's not disappearing overnight. And here's why this matters. Because most people used to panic over medical bills, and now the system is starting to treat it differently because it doesn't reflect your true credit behavior. But of course, here's the trap. People hear this and think, I don't have to worry about those medical bills anymore. Wrong. Because unpaid large debts can still hit, collections can still exist, and lenders can still see patterns. So if you ignore it completely, you're just simply setting yourself up to get caught up later. But if you play it smart, this is the one easiest areas to clean up your credit report. If you want me to come back and tell you exactly how to clean up medical debt off your credit report, make sure to comment delete medical debt so I know what to come back and make for you. Because a lot of people don't want to admit this. The HIPAA method actually still works. Now, no, there is actually no HIPAA violation, but it's the method inside the madness that actually works. I know that sounds crazy, but I've been doing it for a minute. Now, before we jump into number 2, let me give you a quick little breakdown of some actual resources that you can use if you have medical debt. If you have medical debt, usually I would say more than 90% of hospitals have something called charity care. Now, they don't tell you about it, of course, because then they wouldn't make any money. But charity care is a free service that they're supposed to offer if you make a certain amount of actual lower level income. Then guess what? The debt is wiped away and forgiven. Now remember, this is 100% free. It's called $4.org. You just go into that system and you input all of your information and they actually help you do this for free. It's one of the most amazing nonprofits I've actually seen that actually truly works, and they do the work for you. So if you have medical debt, they're going to find any resource possible to help you wipe away all of this medical debt for 100% free. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds like it's not real, but trust me, it's 1,000,000% real. And again, I want to be very, very clear. There's no catch here. There are no fees. I'm going to drop the link in the video description for $4.org and some other resources for you in case you actually need more than $4.org. Now let's talk about number 2. And this one, it's about to catch a lot of people off guard, to be honest with you. I'm talking about buy now, pay later. This is going to apply to all of them because there's so many of them, I can't even list them. But the main players in the game are Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. Those are the biggest major players in the game. But as you may know, there's so many other options. I think you know what I'm talking about. You know, the stuff where people treat it like it's free money. Yeah, but here's the problem. It's not invisible anymore. What's happening right now is these companies are starting to report payment behavior and integrate it into the scoring system. Let me repeat this again for everyone to hear. Buy now, pay later is now reporting payment behavior and integrating into the scoring system. And new scoring models are preparing to factor this in. Now think about this. You've got 5 different buy now, pay later payments. I know that sounds crazy, but there's probably people that have way more than that. And they're all due at different times. And then you miss one and the pattern starts to show. And lenders, they're not stupid. They see overextension, payment stacking, risk behavior. And this is exactly where people get hurt because they think it's just a small payment, but the system sees this person is juggling debt. And here's the real kicker. This isn't hitting everyone at once. They're rolling it out slowly, which means some people will feel it first and the others won't even realize what's actually happening until their score drops. Because the biggest argument is, oh, it's actually helping me build positive payment history, Mike. How can you say my score is going to drop? Well, the 5 factors of credit and age of credit is one of them. Every time you add a new credit product to your credit profile, you're reducing your average age of credit. So you could literally have over 5 years of average age of credit history, but then every time you add something, it's reducing it. It's reducing it. So imagine if there's people out there that have 6, 7, 8, even 10 or 12 of these buy now, pay later loans, and they all hit your credit report at the same exact time. Or even better, they actually don't start reporting until you miss a payment. Yes, you heard me right. A lot of them have decided that they're not going to report unless you miss a payment. So you may have actually slipped up and forgot, and you don't know until it hits your credit report. And then maybe you could have 2 or 3 late payments on top of that. Just add it into your credit report without you even knowing that it even exists. And here's the thing that people don't understand about installment loans, which are considered the buy now, pay laters. You want to have them go at least 24 months at minimum to build 24 months of positive payment history. So when you do 3 months, 6 months, or just 12 months, it sounds great. You pay it off. Cool story. But you actually hurt your credit score even more because it was a short-term loan and not a long-term loan. A long-term loan has more benefits to your credit profile because you're adding more positive payment history. You're opening up a new account. It only lasts 6 months and then you close it. That's not good for your credit profile. Now, this was all held up previously because I think it was Klarna who said, you know what, man, we're not going to start reporting this because it's going to hurt people. They know that it's actually going to hurt people. Then what will happen is people will stop using them and they don't want you to stop using them. But for whatever reason, they all decided to change their mind. It's like, well, you know what? I guess we could start reporting them. I don't know how they came up with that decision, but they did. Now, we're at number 1. And this right here is the real massive shift. Not May 1st, not a reset, but a complete change in how you're judged. We're talking about behavior-based scoring. Let me repeat that again. Behavior-based scoring. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with the 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Tanya. Tanya's credit score went up 289 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. And Christian's credit score went up 366 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. And let's not forget about Allison. Allison's credit score went up 204 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. So of course, let me explain this in plain English. Before, credit was a snapshot. What your balance is right now. Did you pay on time? Cool. But now they're watching your patterns. Do you carry a balance every month? Do you spike usage and drop it? Do you consistently max out cards? That history never mattered before, but it matters now. This is where models like FICO 10T come in. And listen, I'll be the first to say, I didn't expect FICO 10T to come out this soon. I thought it was gonna be another 5 years. For whatever reason, they decided they're going to shift into FICO 10T to give lenders more security, to make them feel like, oh, they're safer. They're not. So the real question to me is, who is actually going to use FICO 10T? And when I say that, I'm referring to lenders. And I'll be honest with you, this is exactly where people get exposed, because you can't just pay your card down one time, look for a good moment, and fool the system. Those days are fading, and fading very quickly. Last part's the most important, because now it's all about consistency over time, discipline over hacks, and this is why some people's scores are about to skyrocket, all while others slowly decline even when they think they're doing everything right. And this is exactly why I've been preaching to everybody. You have to be consistent. Use your credit card, pay it off in full every single month, because I knew FICO 10T was moving, but I didn't have an exact time frame of when they would release it. I didn't expect that they would roll it out in the middle of, I'll be honest with you, a recession. Nobody wants to say that word, but I'm gonna say it. we're in a recession. But of course, I should have known better because these are the actual things that happen. Banks start tightening up lending and they look at every avenue to stop and minimize risk. They did it during COVID, so this really doesn't make it any different. So let's do a quick little recap. Number 3, medical debt is losing power, but it still exists. Let's be honest with each other. Number 2, buy now, pay later is about to expose bad habits, which I warned about this previously and now it's coming full circle again. And number 1, behavior-based scoring is changing everything. And here's the truth nobody wants to hear. There's no magic date. There's no overnight fix. There is no credit reset, but there is a shift happening right now. And the people who win are the ones who adjust early. So if you're serious about your credit, make sure to comment I'm locked in. And if you want me to break down exactly how to position yourself for this, you gotta smash that subscribe button because I'm not here to just talk about it. I'm here to make sure that you win. And if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's gonna show how AI will do all the work for you, mail the letters, and it comes with the 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.